Welcome, guys, to the Cameo Renee Podcast. I am Cameo, and today we're going to talk about caring the most. It may seem pretty obvious that it's important to care about what you do and why you're doing it, but sometimes we forget. So we're going to talk about it today in a way of what it means to care the most and how you can show people you care the most. Let's get to it. When you are in business and you're trying to stand out, and if you haven't listened to the episode before this where we're talking about why it's important to be different, go listen to it. You're going to love it. And it kind of like feeds into this. So caring the most, I got from another entrepreneur, Jesse. He is incredible. His energy is wild. And he will literally write like a handwritten letter to like one person every single day. Somebody who like he had a meeting with, or somebody that he had a call with that like really like meant something to him or positively affected his life. He'll handwrite a letter every single day. So by the end of the year, he's written 365 letters to say thank you to people. I mean, that's caring the most. But what do you think that does? It creates loyalty, but not just loyalty. Like, let's say he does that to a vendor and he, they really had a good time. They had a good talk or a good lunch. And he writes this letter and he says, thank you so much for meeting with me. I really appreciate your time. I can't wait to talk again. Or, I can't wait to get into business with you or talk more about business with you. Boom, sends it. And this person receives this amazing handwritten letter. Nobody does handwritten letters anymore. So number one, that's different. But number two, they're going to be more inclined to work with him, to spend their money with him, to, let's say he needs a favor. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, no problem, Jesse. Let's say for my business, one of them, the salon, when I was behind the chair, and even now, if I'm behind the desk, the way I like to show people I share the most, I'm just going to move my stuff. If you can't see me, I'm getting up and I'm going to the camera. You can find this on YouTube. I literally, we're going to this camera. Will like be in their face. Be in their face and be like, hi, how are you? Hugs. I know it's a little blurry, but giving people that energy and showing them that you care the most. I mean, that connection that I created with those guests, 5 years later, even though I'm not the one doing their hair, they still come back because I've created that bond. If you're not doing that, you need to be, because there's so many businesses out there that if you're not making your guests or your customers feel special or seen or heard, they're not coming back because there's somebody else who's going to do it and they're going to do it better. So with caring the most, in my opinion, it means being the best. So also caring the most, what it does is it's going to create a positive reputation. So when somebody comes into your space, right? In my cafe, let's say, when somebody comes into the door, it's non-negotiable. They are to look at them and say hello. What does that do? It creates warmth. It creates feeling of being welcomed, right? You're smiling. You could be having a bad day and come into Cozy Cafe, and our goal is to make you leave with a smile and make you feel at least a little bit better about going into the crazy world today. So when you do that, people notice and it's going to show. It creates loyalty. If somebody, let's say, comes in and they're having a bad day, and I mean, this is literally something that happened, a situation. She came in, she was just not having a good day, maybe even a good week. And all we did was we made her favorite drink and we put a little heart on top. And we said, I hope you feel better. And it just changed her day. She was like almost in tears. And all we did was listen and make her feel special, seen and heard. Why not? I mean, I hope you love what you do. I mean, and if you don't, I encourage you to reconsider what you're doing with your life. What's better than that? Right? I love what I do. And I feel like because I love seeing people like that, and in anything that I do, that is my goal. So whether it be in the salon, making somebody feel beautiful, you walk in and you forget your worries. We're a safe space. What is said in the salon does not leave the salon. So the shit people tell us in the salon, in the chairs, in the cafe when they're grabbing their coffee. And I guess it's because I see us so often, but people share their life with us. So creating that bond and showing them that we care about them as a person, that they're not just a customer coming in and giving us money. Are you kidding me? It's a lifetime client. That's the goal. You can market and get somebody in one time, but the goal is not to have them come just one time. You want a repeat customer. You want them to enjoy their stay. You want them to enjoy what you're serving them or what you're giving to them or the service that you're providing to them so much that they come back. So another way that you can care the most, and it kind of seems simple, but let me tell you, customer service is like non-existent nowadays. And don't come at me for this, but it's kind of like dating, right? Like men feel like women are so complicated, but like give a girl some flowers and she'll feel great. Or like just do something that she likes, like tell her she's beautiful, and oh my God, it means so much. It could, don't come at me for that now. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. Giving somebody good customer service, because like I said, a lot of times it doesn't even exist in these businesses. It doesn't even have to be great customer service anymore. It just has to be good. Obviously, we want to aim for great, but if you're giving good customer service, you're winning. You're winning. So what does that look like? What does good customer service to you look like? Maybe you want to go into a business that is similar to yours and explore. Look around, see what you like, see what you don't like. I said this in my previous podcast. It makes a difference. We forget how it is to be a consumer sometimes because we're so busy being the business owner. So go experience being the consumer, see what you like, see what you don't like, and bring that into your business. Realize, okay, how do you feel when you walk in? Is somebody greeting you? How do you feel when you're leaving? Is somebody saying goodbye? All of these things make a big difference. What's in between? What are you doing for your customer in between? Are you asking them how their day is? Are you asking them if they would like whipped cream on that? Are you asking them if they would like to add a luxury blowout to their service? Like all of these things. And mind you, the last two things that I said add to your ticket, which adds to your revenue. And they're going to love it because you're asking them questions. You're making them feel seen. You're making them feel heard. And I feel like I'm repeating those things, but it's true. If you just do those things, if you make them feel seen, if you make them feel heard, if you make them feel welcomed, you're winning. If there's an issue, how do you deal with your issues? This is something that I feel a lot of businesses don't go over with all of their employees. How are you, let's say a client comes in or a customer comes in and they don't like a drink. Our policy is you get to remake one drink. If somebody comes in, they don't like their drink, we'll give you a whole new drink. If we don't tell our employees that, how are they going to know? They're not. So make sure your customer service is being communicated, what the expectations of your customer service for your customers are being communicated to your employees, if you have any. And even if you don't, write them down so you know when this arises, how are you going to handle it? Because nothing is worse than an unexpected, angry customer. Oh my gosh. I mean, raise your hand if you've had it. Me. Hello. I've been in business for 5 years, so I've experienced this plenty of times. And when it happens, you have to be prepared. This is how some of the ways you can care the most and show your customers that you're there for them. Trust me, it's going to make a big difference and you're going to thank me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. If you know somebody who could benefit from this, give it a share, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here with me today. It's always appreciated if you would like, share, or drop a comment about what you think. And of course, remember to do what the fuck you want because you deserve it. See you next time. As always, sending love and positive vibes.